ओके, स्क्रीन विजिबल है, स्टार्ट करें।
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is lecture number 10, and in this lecture we will cover user level threads and kernel level threads. In the last lecture we have discussed about the threads, its characteristics, advantage and disadvantage, and we have already talked about why we need to design a threads, what kind of multi-threaded operating system. So we have already discussed so many things related to threads. Now we will cover how threads are created. So there are two kinds of threads: user level threads and kernel level threads. As I told you in the last lecture that when we talk about process, so for execution of the process, it required some area, it required some region. That region is called kernel area. And for input output operations or designing purpose, it required user area. So every process having two different area, U area and kernel area. It required both the regions for their complete execution. In the same way, if so many threads are a part, it is we know that a threads is a part of a single process. It deals with a single part of a complete process. So threads can also having two regions, user area and kernel area. So threads which are designing in user area, or we can say threads which are designed by a user specific area, that threads are called user level threads. And the threads which are responsible for executing their context in kernel area, these kind of threads are called kernel level threads. And threads is nothing, just a small instance of process. It is a part of process, it is an instance of process, we can say like that. So we will discuss user level threads and kernel level threads. So what is user level thread? The first question arises in our mind. What is user level threads or ULT? Sometimes GTU ask questions, what is ULT and KLT? So don't be confused. ULT, that means ULT stands for user level threads. So first we will cover what is user level thread, then we will go on advantages of user level thread, why we need to design user level threads, what is the purpose. Third, what is kernel level threads? We will take the introductory part of kernel level thread and will discuss on advantage of kernel level threads. So let's start the discussion on what is user level threads. The kernel is not aware of existence of threads. All thread management is done by application by using thread library. Thread switching does not require kernel mode privileges and also not required any such scheduling algorithms. User level thread implement in rather than via system calls. So thread switching does not need to call operating system and to cause interrupt to the kernel. So that is the basic definition. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही है सभी को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. The kernel is not aware of the existing of a threads. So यूजर लेवल थ्रेड्स में जो भी थ्रेड्स डिज़ाइन होते हैं उनके एग्जीक्यूशन में कर्नल का कोई भी रोल नहीं होता है. So the kernel is not aware of the existence of threads. All threads management is done by the application. We know that threads is a part of application, it is a part of process. So all thread management is done by application itself. And how application will deal with the threads? So applications having different libraries, like if you are using the printf function, scanf function, getch function, so it can handle by studio.h and conio.h header file. So if we talk about the studio.h header file, it can contain so many functions definitions, so many prototypes, so many declarations. In the same way, application have so many threads library itself, and application used that threads library to execute or to management to a user level threads. So kernel is not solely responsible for handling the user level threads because it is created in U area. User have some applications. Applications must have some threads library. So whenever we want to execute a user level thread, then application directly deal with the threads library. So in that way, we can say all threads management is done by the application, and application it is done by using threads library. Second point about the user level thread is thread switching does not require kernel mode privileges. Means it is the only thread which are created in U area, but it is not required kernel for their complete execution because its execution is deal with the threads library, and application directly used the thread library for complete the execution of the thread. So it you need not to go to the kernel area, kernel level, kernel mode or kernel region. So thread switching does not require kernel mode privileges, and also not required any such scheduling algorithms. It is the basic definition of threads. Threads scheduled itself because we are applying scheduling to a process, right? And threads is a part of process, so we need not to apply any scheduling algorithms to a particular threads. But yes, if we talk about the processes, we need some scheduling algorithms. We apply scheduling algorithms on processes, and all the threads which are part of the process, it can schedule itself automatically. So user level threads implement in user level libraries. As I told you, user level threads design in U area by using user level libraries rather than via system calls. So it cannot design by using system calls. System calls just like a function, but it is called by operating system. As you understand what is the prototype of any function, what is the declaration syntax of any function. So operating system having so many functions, it's so many prototypes, that functions declaration is called system calls. So similarly, as we call a function, as we call a procedure to perform a specific task, in the same way operating systems call system calls to perform a specific function or a specific task. So it is an operating system terminology. It have some system calls to perform its execution or specific task. So thread switching does not need to call operating system because it is in U area and user will handle all the user level threads. So it is not required that user level thread goes to the kernel area. Therefore, so thread switching does not need to call operating system and to cause interrupt to the kernel. So this is all about user level thread. So some important point you have to keep in mind. What is user level thread? So you have to simple define the terms. Threads which are created in user area, that thread is called user level thread. Now the second question arises in mind, how user level threads handled, who will manage user level threads, and why user create the threads. So user have some specific task to perform. That's why user create threads, because it is created in U area. That is why it is called user level threads. And how it is handled? So user level threads having some applications having some threads libraries. So by calling the threads libraries, it having so many prototype of threads. So by calling threads library, any applications management can management all the threads. Now advantages of user level threads. No mode switching. Now what does it mean? User level threads need not to switch from U area to kernel area, because all the required part which are related to their execution is already exist in U area. Let's understand by some graphics. User level threads. First we understand this is the portion of suppose RAM, and in this portion there are two regions, U area and kernel area. So right now we are talking about only user level threads. So we will talk about only U area. We will not talk about kernel area, right? User area, and this is our kernel area. So threads which are created in U area is called user level threads. We can design threads like that. Threads library. So user area contain thread libraries and applications. This is the combo pack. Any applications can have its own thread libraries. So whenever a user run any applications or run any programs, in that program, if any threads required a functions or definition of function, then it will goes to directly thread libraries. So application can have number of threads, number of instance of a program process, and every instance, if it is required for complete its execution in U area, application directly deal with the threads library. It can have so many prototype declaration. So the first point, no mode switching, means there is no need for any thread to switch from user level U area to kernel area. So this kind of switching is not possible in U area, because all the definitions of threads, all the definition of function or procedure, it already contain in thread library. So this is the first advantage of user level thread. It need not to switching the mode from U area to kernel area. Choose the best algorithms. For selecting our threads, we are required to choose best algorithms. Only needs a thread library. We needs only thread library, and application directly use thread library for complete their execution of a thread. No operating system modification required. There is no need for any changes in the modifications. Simple representation, as I told you, this is the simple representation. We have some applications have some thread library, applications can have number of threads, and it is completely designed in U area. It is called user level threads. So completion of applications is directly handled by the threads library. So it is a simple representation, simple management, fast and efficient. So these are some advantage of user level threads. Now, disadvantage of user level threads. Most system calls are blocking and kernel blocks process. This is the first disadvantage. If there are so many threads libraries, suppose in threads library there are some prototype which are related to the kernel area. So kernel area or kernel level threads will block that particular prototype. So the very first disadvantage is most system calls are blocking and the kernel blocks processes, because it will not goes to the kernel area. So kernel have restricted that these kind of applications cannot take the context of a process in their region. If it is to be done, then kernel block that particular threads. Second disadvantage is kernel can only assign processes to processor. Kernel is solely responsible for assigning processor to process. There is a lack of coordination between threads and operating system kernel, because their threads are not interacting with the operating system. It is not interacting with the kernel area. So it might possible that some lack of coordination may have held. So there is a lack of coordination between threads and operating system, because kernel is all about the core portion of operating system. We have already seen in the first lecture what is kernel. So because it is not to deal with the directly kernel area, so it might possible that some lack of coordination may held. So there is a lack of coordination between threads and operating system kernel. So this is the user level threads. These are some basic definition of user level threads, advantage of user level thread, and disadvantages of user level threads. Okay. Now, what is kernel level threads? Now we are dealing with this particular area. So in the primary section, we have another region. It is called kernel level threads. All the required threads, it goes to the kernel area, and in the kernel area, it will execute our task and then return to the U area. So let's have a look. Kernel knows about and manages the threads. Kernel know everything about the threads and it manages all the threads. No runtime system is needed in this case. All thread management is done by the kernel. No thread libraries, but the API, application programming interface. We can say it is a collection of system calls. So by using APIs, it can handle all the threads. So in kernel area, it required some API for complete execution of the threads. So kernel knows everything about the threads. It manages all the threads. It required no runtime system, and the threads management is done by the kernel by API. It not required any thread libraries, as the user level threads required thread libraries, but in kernel level threads it does not require any thread library. So what it required? It required application programming interface, and it is a collection of system calls. Now why we need to design a kernel level threads? So sometimes what happen, some applications having set of instructions. Suppose you have designed a program, and that program you have called some function like suppose printf and scanf. So let's understand, this is the printf function. You have write anything in printf function and semicolon. But in user level thread, that function, how the printf function will work, it is not known by the user level thread. But of course, it is a part of a process. Your program become a process, and your process can have multiple threads. But a single threads can have a single function like a printf. But the execution of a printf function, the working of printf function is not known by the user level thread. So it has to be goes to the kernel area or kernel region. How the printf is work, how printf function will work, what is the set of instructions, it should be attached with that function, that program. So in that case, the printf will goes to the kernel area. Only those part of a process will goes to the kernel area. Everything will not goes to the kernel area. Your variable declaration, it is not required kernel area, right? Because you have already declared variables, you have already assigned the values to the variables. So only those functions which have built in, and the declaration and prototype and the definition exist in kernel area. Only those functions goes to the kernel area. So this is the definition of function. Let's suppose in kernel area, that is the definition of function of printf. So that should be attached with our program to understand how printf function work. So due to this reason, the part of process or the part of context of a threads need to move from U area to kernel area. And after attaching the definition of printf function or required function, it will move to the U area again. Now user level thread know how printf function work, because in kernel area the definition of printf function is already attached with the user level thread. So this is how we need to switching mode from U area to kernel area. So user level thread can move from U area to kernel area. Now advantage of KLT, kernel level threads advantage. The kernel can simultaneously schedule many threads of same process on many processor. Blocking is done on a thread level. So a kernel, we know that it is the core part of operating system. It can simultaneously schedule many threads, and many threads can have a same process. When we talk about the different types of threads, so there is one types of thread, many threads of same process. That means a single process can have number of threads. So it can also managed by the kernel. Kernel routines can be multi-threaded. We have already talked about kernel routines can be multi-threaded. Means more than one threads are attached with the process. This kind of routine is called kernel. Because kernel has full knowledge of all threads, scheduler may decide to give more time to a process having large number of threads than process having a small number of threads. So kernel having a full knowledge of threads, how many threads are there, how many threads are created in the single process. So it have full knowledge about the threads. Scheduler may decide to give more time to a process having large number of threads. So if we have more number of threads, it required more time. The scheduler may gives to more time to process having large number of threads. So if a process having large number of threads, it required more time, and if a process having small number of threads, it having less time for complete their execution. Kernel level threads are especially good for application that frequently block. So kernel level threads are especially good for those applications which are frequently block. Now disadvantage of kernel level thread. Thread switching within the same process involves the kernel. So in the same process, if we require to switch the thread, then it required kernel. The kernel level threads are slow and inefficient because again and again we need to switch the context of a thread from U area to kernel area. It required some more time for switching the context, putting some data in their address, and again revert back to the same locations. That is why kernel level threads are slow and inefficient. Rather, user level threads are more fast and efficient because there are no need for switching from U area to kernel area. Everything which are required for their execution is exist in their U area. So kernel level threads are slow and inefficient. Since kernel must manage and schedule threads as well as processes, it requires a full thread control block for each thread to maintain information about the thread. Now, what does it mean? We already seen that a process, to handle a single process, we need a process control block. Means anytime if a process comes into a primary memory with their context, CPU required a PCB block, that is process control block, which contains so many information related to the process. So for every time when we execute a single process, CPU need a PCB block, and PCB block is created by operating system for a single process. Every process having its own PCB block. In the same way, threads also having process control block. So each thread's maintenance, it required thread control block for each thread to maintain information about thread. So thread control block, what it contains? It contains information about thread. As a result, there is a significant overhead and increase in kernel complexity. Now finally, if we talk about the result, there is significant overhead because we have so many threads. So how many, now you can imagine if we have a single process, and single process can have 10 number of threads, every thread having a PCB. So total we have a 10 PCB. And suppose we are talking about multi-user environment where so many users are interacting with the operating system, then every user can have number of processes. So we can have a number of threads, right? So management of management of thread control blocks are so tough in that case. So as a result, there is a significant overhead and increase in kernel complexity. So that become a disadvantage of kernel level threads. So this is all about today's lecture contents. In this lecture, we have already seen what is user level thread, advantage of user level threads and disadvantage of user level thread, kernel level thread, advantage and disadvantage of kernel level threads.